Hey, bro.
Huh?
Let me ask you a question, man. Why you ain't change clothes, bro?
Let me ask you a question. Every time you see me, you gotta ask me a question like you 50 Cent asking people 21 questions.
But, bro, you gotta have some hygiene.
Let me
man.
ask you, did you take a bath last night?
Of course, and that's what I'm telling you, man. You gotta have some hygiene,
Well,
man.
congratulations, because I'm homeless and now I have the luxury to take a bath every night and wash clothes like that. So be grateful for what you got and stop always talking about people and stuff. That's what's wrong with people. They always talking about people instead of trying to help them and stuff. Just thank God that you able to take a bath and change your clothes every night. I might have them on the next day and the next day and the next day. That's between me and God. You worry about yourself. Any more questions?
You good,
Oh,
bro.
all right, that one I thought. Have a blessed day.
Do you know that we owe Ukrainians reparations for building and defending this nation? Oh, my bad. I meant to say Black Americans. Notice how there was not one study, not one hearing needed before sending billions of dollars to Ukrainians nor any other group. Yet, when the topic of reparations for the descendants of American slaves is mentioned, we get told a motley of excuses. And I know some of you want to blame the Republicans, but it is for the Democrats that Black Americans vote 85 to 95%. And the Democrats have been complicit in their neglect of Black Americans as well. Maybe it's time we elect politicians that are actually going to fight for us. Maybe it's time we do something different, something better. Join me in getting us not just better, but the best. Join me in this fight. Thank you.
Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us.
Tired of being censored on social media? Join 60s.net. It's black owned, black operated, and black moderated, and we make sure it stays a safe space for us to talk about all things black culture. We also got some cool gear like the FDM cotton crew neck, the Fearless Ancestors tee, hats, and more. Check us out at 60s.net.
Hey girl, why are you so sad?
I just got banned from Twitter again.
Should have been on 60s.net. Ah.
Tick faster. That'll be the hour they knock the slick blaster. Dick dastardly, a Muttley with sick laughter. A gunfight and they come to cut the mix master. And living the true gods. Giving y'all nothing but the lick like two broads. Got more lyrics than the church got ooh lords. And they hold the mic at your attention like two swords. Or you the one with two blades on it. Hey you, don't touch the mic like it's AIDS on it.
Welcome once again to the Beatzillapdx official show. I am your host, Beatzillapdx officially. Yes, indeed. Let me turn that down a bit. All right. How are y'all doing this evening? This is the weekly wrap up. This is another Friday evening here in the land of the living, in the land of the conscious, and in the land of the black. I know some people don't like that name. You can identify how you want to. But we know who we're talking about when we're talking to who we're talking about. That's the beauty of understanding one another and not being confused on who we're talking to when we're talking amongst family. So once again, welcome to the Beatzillapdx official show. I am your host, Beatzillapdx officially. If you haven't already done so, please like and share this broadcast if you have not already. And if you have not already subscribed to this channel, you should do so right now. Hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and hit the word all. That way you'll be notified every time this channel goes live or a video will be premiering or maybe just randomly uploaded. So there actually will be a video in the morning, by the way. So you should look for that. I think right now YouTube is playing with the time and it's showing in the evening, but it actually is in the morning. So it'll be an 8 a.m. video. I'm going to go in there and fix that. I don't know what happened, but whatever. So we are here once again. Hopefully everybody is doing well this Friday evening. And hopefully this is the last time I actually have to take my glasses off for a broadcast. Hopefully next time I will have my new look. And supposedly these new lenses are supposed to cut the reflective light. So the lights that we have to use, that everybody has to use to broadcast, I will be actually able to keep my glasses on. Not that I I don't know if y'all mind or not, but it helps me. Now, granted, I can read, closer up, but it helps me uh, as us with degenerate uh, eye, what they call it, degenerate eye disease or whatever the hell they call it. When you have bad eyes, seeing from a distance that helps. So looking at the small print on the little small screens, but I will be able to alleviate having to take off my glasses all the time to be able to read. Because that's one thing that, having bad eyes, but still healthy eyes. I don't have to I could do the bifocal thing, but not feeling that. So, yeah, we'll hopefully next time y'all see me, it's going to be a new look. Like I'm saying, I'm changing the frame look. So next time y'all see me, it should be a different appearance. So I think y'all like how it looks. Hey, for those of us with bad eyes, hey, it is what it is. Afro Troop TV in the house. Judah Queen, hey, hey. David Boyd in the house. Judah Queen said, Black first, hashtag cut the check. Because again, this is my Martin Luther King. Actually, this is going into a 3-day weekend, which everybody gets to not everybody, because there's still a lot of businesses in America. One I used to particularly work for that does not honor Martin Luther King. So, and I came from a background in banking first. So always having these holidays off, hey, y'all got a problem? Like I literally remember leaving work to go perform and sing at a Martin Luther King program in my city. That is it's a nationally known program, but it's held here in this city. Now I'll never forget leaving work, and I left early because we were performing. But nonetheless, I literally left work to go and not putting any stain on any particular group of people, but for the same people who were upset at Kyrie Irving, they don't seem to also observe Martin Luther King Jr. Day. Their people are working. Anyway, we're going to keep going and greeting everybody in the chat. Blueberry Muffins, welcome, welcome. Hey, hey. Film, animation, art, one who cares. Charles in the house. Yes, indeed. Now, Charles, are you the person that sent me? Are you the person that has the employment agency? Are you that Charles? Because there was somebody who hit me in one of my emails, and if I'm late and slow to respond to emails, please forgive me. I have quite a few for different things I do, so please, please forgive me. Let's see. Karen Armstrong, Black First. Lamar West, 12. Welcome, welcome. Yo, peace and blessings, Beatzilla. Check this on God and an argument with what I previewed to be an FBA man about his ignorance. Really? Oh, okay. Belize. Are you in California? Belizeans are black, yes. I mean, and we understand. Like, and trust me, on the West Coast, I understand that there are a lot of Belizeans around certain situations. So not that I necessarily. Okay, yeah, okay, I got it. I said, out here, I understand. But again, there's a lot of the people who came here after like the early 90s. Those are those 2000 babies. I don't know them people. You know, like that's not my generation of understanding of the West Coast. That's a newer thing. Now, when you talk about some of these older people who you would know that might they're older than me. And you say, oh well, he's Belizean. But you know that person is older than me. You know, they rocking with OG. So you know, out west is you people know what's what. But I totally understand what you're talking about. Things have changed, man. You know, trust me, I get it. Yo, delineation is yeah. What's so crazy is about where it's literally originating from. Like the whole section to where the delineation is even now becoming a question. That part is interesting. And I would just advise anybody kind of tread light on that. That's just on the West Coast side of the game. For those of y'all outside of here, you know, you do what you do. But out here, now, like I said, I do understand the whole delineation thing because there's a lot of these youngsters and they ain't rocking how the OGs is rocking. So they got a whole different mindset. But like I said, outside, and yeah, the Hondurans, and, y'all talking West Coast business out here. Like there's a lot of people out here that watch me that ain't out here. They don't know what we talking about. Back in the 90s, Belize conspired is considered themselves. Some did, some did, some did. Yeah, yeah. I mean, you know, that ain't nothing I really, you know, can get into. But I do understand what the situation is. I get it, you know. But there's different things that come along with that. So, you know, like kind of is what it is. Um, the black ones consider themselves Caribbean. Yeah. Again, like I said, some do, but that ain't all. And so I can't paint that with a broad brush, and I would never be that uh, disrespectful or dishonorable to ever even step on that conversation. So no, but I do understand the concern. I'll just put it like that. I get it. But yeah, as far as that going to be something that's going to be coming out of my mouth, nah. Torian Rain Reloaded. What's going on, my brother? Yes, sir. Peace, black first to everyone in the chat. Like I said, we are West Coast. So yeah, like when I say that's not going to be coming out of my mouth, just understand what I'm saying. Blueberry. Yeah, correct. Correct. Yeah, I mean, you know, but you know, there's a certain order out here. So we honor the order. Oh, you Belizean? Blueberry muffin? You ain't Belizean. Oh, you no, okay, never mind. Never mind. Never mind. Sorry, I'm slow. Never mind. Anyway, family. Stop. I got it. I got it. Yeah, yes. Yeah, uh-huh. Lord. Ooh-wee. This West Coast living that we live. I just seen a little youngster out here. I seen this video last night on Instagram talking about California ain't safe. LA ain't safe. And I mean, I will have to say, if y'all ever move out of bounds and then like talk crazy about that's certain people out here, like you will never make it out of LAX without somebody knowing you in town. That's just my own experience. And not that I had problems. I was good. But even being in good company, nigga, you hit LAX, somebody know you there. Welcome to the West Coast. I don't know what y'all be thinking. We be talking about. I really don't. Until tragedy happens, and it's like, oh, where? Huh? Y'all not listening to us? So there's a reason why some like you see the way I try to sidestep conflict because I understand what conflict really is. People be on this internet beefing shit. No. Out here, you could be on the internet and somebody gonna be at your doorstep in the morning. I'm not doing none of that. The hell y'all on? All this man woofer and yeah, okay, that is not what I am from. It's safe when you move right. I just now read that after I just said what I said. Thank you, Lamar West. One thing I'm known for is not being a disrespectful individual. Blueberry Muffin said, I wonder why in LA to live and die in LA. Because you got the best of both worlds. That is literally the meaning of the phrase. To live and die in LA. Like y'all literally have everything. Y'all got everything. Y'all got all of the good. Y'all got all of the bad. Like y'all literally are the yin and the yang of the United States. And it's all right there. But nobody, because the sun and all that, a nice warm morning could fool you. But y'all used to it. Like, but people come out there, like, this ain't the beach. This ain't the Bahamas. Yin Yang twins. Partner. Well, y'all made me detour. We talking super. Let me involve the rest of my audience, family. Let me get back to being global here. Let's get back on track. Mm, mm, mm. Boy, see, y'all know I'm true running through my veins, West Coast. Now make no mistake. It is me. So yeah, when you hear people that can say certain things, y'all probably like, what the hell are they talking about? And we just understand we fully understand what we talking about. And y'all may be just like, what the hell are they talking about? Sorry. It's just, like y'all got y'all town thing, so y'all know where y'all from. Narmer X in the house. Black first, peace and justice. We got to keep the pressure on this criminal government. Big facts. And that is one of the things we have to talk about tonight. Judah Queen said, it's all good. I like to listen. That's why I've heard that before. Because truth be told, if I was ever to leave the country, I would know even a white American. And I would say, even a white American, if I'm out of the country on some just being an American shit, best chances for getting it on and getting it in is going to be back to back with this cat. But I have to do what I have to do. That's a business decision because we are now looked at as a different situation. Now, y'all, if y'all never left out of here, y'all be like, what? That's crazy. Leave America and see how fast you don't become American. Trust me. Now, once you get back home, in-house business is in-house business. It continues on the business as usual. That's why all them cats went over to the war and fought and came back here. It's like, damn, how y'all treating us like this? That's exactly how. You leave out this country, oh boy, if y'all have never been in situations where a multitude of white folks have ever felt in danger or that death was imminent, trust me, you're going to be the go-to person. Anything you say is going to be like gold. It'll be the first time in your life that you being like, everybody like, whatever you say, we going to do. It is, but you have to be in those situations. I was in a situation where we're on the runway and the engine of this whole side of the plane engine, boom. Then the lights on the side of the plane say, float, 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 all the way back on the runway. Boom, boom, boom. Excuse me. That engine just shut off, right? Could that possibly happen while we're in the air? Oh yeah, they're working to get it back on. Yeah. My thing is this. Yeah, they get it back working and we take off just fine. What happens if this happens mid-flight? Oh, well, there's chances are, Well, if you want to, can you see what options we have right now? Do you know, family? I mean, because I'm not speaking for nobody outside of my group. I mean, but I'm noticing now, I'm looking at all these heads popping over the seat. They all popping over the seat to see what's going on. I got this duck hunter dude down here looking over at me. I got this dude who looked like he about a former Marine that probably is a fireman today. He's over here with his family. Do you know these white folks was ready to get off of this plane with me if I decided to go? This is no lie, family, because I don't do that anyway. I ain't known for that. But I'm telling you, man, I've seen them hands pop up over them seats. As soon as that stewardess walked, he grabbed her by the. If he gets off this plane, we're all getting off. Them white folks was not feeling safe. If I was chosen to get off that plane and my group got off that plane, all of them white, half that damn plane was about to leave. So just knowing in those instances, trust me, you would be the most important person of the moment. But that showed me something. As much people think of it this way. If people can hate you this much in a situation like that, who was their only hope? Now I'm looking at MAGA folk telling the stewardesses and all these people that here, if he gets off this plane, we getting off. Half that plane was finna leave with me. Trust me, family. When danger's near and they feel that you a halfway righteous individual, you will watch the world shift on its ear. And everything you say right at that moment is gold. You ain't never experienced nothing like that. Because nobody's life was in danger. When white folks felt like this could be it, hey, if he gets off this plane, so what is it about us and our instincts? What they say about us in reality and in scary movies. I mean, just think of this, family. And just not to be morbid at all, but just think about this. We see movies all the time where they be doing all this weird extra shit where they be at a funeral and the casket open, you see the body sit up. Can you imagine that happening, something with us in it? Now, my kids is grown. I don't have to grab no babies. But if I'm close to the smallest children that I feel that cannot take a couple leaps of pews to get up out this church, I'm gonna grab these children up under my arm like footballs and hop these pews on up out of here. And we'll find your parents when we get out of here, because that's not supposed to happen. Now that's what they know this about us, family. Trust me. Trust me, they know this about us. But yeah, that's just a personal story. Follow the black man or black woman. I'm telling you, if you the one person, they'd be like, hey, what is chances is kind of who is look like it might be dangerous. How do you feel? Trust me. There are people who hate us because they can't biologically be us. They know who the real heroes and heroines of this world really are. Another example. Me and my wife was in Las Vegas, in Paris. We wanted to go to their little Eiffel Tower replica. So we did the little Eiffel Tower thing, right? Do you know this white woman grabbed me, took my shirt? Because, as you're going up, there's a glass elevator. So they're looking up. So the cars and everything, like, whoop. Then everything just, boy, she had my shirt something terrible. Her husband was looking at her. You gonna let him go? She's like, I can't. I could feel her shaking. She didn't reach for her husband. She reached for the first black person she could grab a hold of. Because if something was going to go wrong in this elevator, her best chances of survival wasn't even her husband. Just having a hold of one of us. I hope you all understand what I'm saying. So don't you, why do you think they so happy when black folks take each other out? You know how hard it is to get rid of one of us? So it takes one of us to get rid of one of us. That's why they wanted to perpetuate that. Don't that make sense? But at the same time, you're also the answer of safety. Makes sense for why anybody would be jealous of you, though. Don't that make sense? Just food for thought in your soul. Because you're great. So if you ever wonder, it's not about your color. Because your color can't save nobody. It's a little more than that. I'm just saying. Afro Elite in the house. Shout out to you and congratulations to you, my brother. Afro Elite has surpassed the 4,000 subscriber mark. Yes, indeed. Shout out to you, my brother. Man, and to all of your subscribers, man, salute to you for all the support you have given this brother. That is dope. And I'm enjoying seeing it and watching everything grow. You know, I mean, we are to the point. I think it was Black Alpha on one of his recent broadcasts, as well as Black Star TV. I believe I was watching a video of my brother Black Star TV earlier, 2.0, by the way, Black Star TV 2.0. He was mentioning that people aren't even really rocking cable, and I said, well, it's about 8 years since we've had cable. And now here in this area in my city, they're putting and these new digital antennas. So like when we were kids, you know, the big antennas that they used to have on houses and stuff, they're starting to put these new digital antennas on these joints. So that tells you a lot. It's a lot about streaming. And then what's so crazy is, you know, what's killing the game? What was broadcast television for us as children, and even the syndicated reruns for us as children, smashing them right now. Smashing them. Good Times is smashing them right now. That's our life. So how does that translate? That so many people are gravitating towards what we grew up with, that is the order of the day, not their agenda laden television. Ain't we doing something here? Our generation got something going, family. And I hope that y'all take ownership of being part of such a huge movement. Now, we have a couple things to talk about because, like I said, as I build this channel, what I want to do is these videos, these lives will be shorter. So what I'm going to be doing with these, they won't have as many topics that I cover because I'm going to do the shorter videos covering individual topics. So I can give a little bit of attention, more of attention, at least solid 15 minutes, 10, 15 minutes to one topic. But with that being said, tonight, subsequently, is Friday the 13th. Always been a lucky day for me. Ain't that something? How fitting. Because some things are now starting to come into view and make sense. I see Kid Gravity coming in. Ah, yes, I did. Kid Gravity Beyond. What's going on, my brother? Yuri. I had my bike stolen by some illegal guy. Oh, wow. Sorry about that. Rose City 93. What is going on? Yes, indeed. Said your bike was stolen by an immigrant. Damn, sorry to hear that. So much illegals are breaking in. There are a lot of illegals that are breaking in. A lot, unfortunately. But I hope for the people who typically vote Democrat are learning from this failed administration, because this is a failure. And, not that we need to do the Republican move, but that we start now looking for what suits our interests as a collective best, and stop relying on what a party delivers or presents, or this party presents. Let's, because we can't say either party has delivered. Let's be the group now that waits for that package, that bag to be dropped off. Then we can start talking about being in business. You feel what I'm saying? Because we haven't gotten there yet. So with that being said, we're gonna start here with a few. I'm not particularly a person that goes hard at certain groups, but I could not help but look at the day, and also see what is taking place today. So on Friday the 13th, because January 13th also coincides with something else that before and what at some point had been known to be, and probably still in their circles, looked at as a beacon of female Black empowerment. With that being said, happy Friday 13th to you survivors.
10th Founders Day of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated, founded in 1913 by 22 collegiate Howard University, who refused to be denied the right to march in the Women's Suffrage March. I am so proud today as we push forward with fortitude to join the 7 female members of Congress, standing strong here in the halls of Congress, working together, just as our founders did, to advance the fight for voting rights, for women's reproductive rights, for criminal justice, housing, HBCUs, and education. But most importantly, I'm proud to join my Delta sisters, Congresswoman Clark, McBath, Plaskett, Crockett, Lee, and Fouché. To my sisters in Deltas and all members of Pan-Hellenic, we say thank you for your service, but most importantly, today I say Happy Founders Day. Thank you, and I yield back.
So happy Founders Day to all of you Deltas. And, for those of you who participate in things such as that, that is not in my house. Because certain things I have vowed not to be part of. With that being said, happy Founders Day to all of you. Be careful who you try to blow candles out on. Happy anniversary. Inside joke. Mm, that's a deep one. But I'm telling you, don't. Some of y'all be indulging in some of the wrong things. Y'all be thinking y'all be, hey, this is what it is, and this is what I gotta do. Like I said, be careful who you blow them candles out on. Yeah, baby, I ain't new. Hooey. Moving right along. Now, what we have to talk about tonight is, of course, Martin Luther King. So we're going to listen to Dr. Martin Luther King closing out this broadcast because, again, there's I don't think I can play the video, but I can play the audio. So I just want to go through his speeches and just let them roll, and let you hear where he was moving up to his untimely, aggressive, unaliving. You know what I'm saying? Queen Nile in the house. Queen Nile in the house. Um, Ms. D, I see in the house. And let me say before I get any further, because I'm going to be doing the work tonight. And if y'all, I right now, next space it might be Monday. We'll see. Because I'm thinking maybe doing a Martin Luther King space. Like, why not? And there's been some issues about our spaces here as of late. There are people who feel some kind of way about this or that. And at the end of the day, we had our space last week, like I told you on my last broadcast. And you said, please do. uh, I have to address it because you see a lot of extra woofing going on out here. And it's all interconnected, unfortunately, for some. Because when I hear somebody tell me what they gonna do and then go back on what they say they gonna do and the stance that they're gonna keep, and then by not doing so actually affects me, how is that okay? Now, it's all fun. Here's one of the biggest things about me is people get upset about how I aggressively try to prevent certain shit until they live it and bump their heads doing it. And then why you got cussed out early doesn't seem so bad now, does it? I really wish people that would ever be anywhere remotely close to me don't make a decision thinking what I'm going to think. You better come check with me and find out what I know. But like I said, going into this year, I'm done with warning anyone Don't put me in your bullshit, though. So, as a fallout from being involved in certain other people's beefs, we have this crying bucket head boy that wants to keep fooling with me, trying to get clout. But lo and behold, who else is he compadres with? Another buckethead boy that, well, I'll just say, you know how he do, has somehow been all up in our spaces for the past few months. And now I got this weirdo, receding hairline, dread wearing nigga, trying to implement myself as some kind of cult leader, along with other people who you've already heard being referred to as a cult. So it started with one Indian hate. Now it's one Indian, two Indian hating. And there's only one person I know that is a common thread between this beef. So if you wanted to know how I felt, ain't no mystery. I'm accessible though. But what I want to know is, why is a bucket head, receding hairline, you need to look at it because when we talk about reparations, we need to be here. Broke Hogan, when Buckethead Broke Hogan wanted to come over here and, man, because we got the thing, and we talk about the freedmen, and you wouldn't even be talking about freedmen if it wasn't for us and freedmen. But BBTP. Let's go back to Broke Hogan and all his crying about my sister Linus Crown and Teslin Figueroa. I ain't got all this masculine energy because they just checked my brother and they checked me. Everybody just out here for. You let people lie on me. There's a video of you saying out your own mouth, Broke Hogan. Yeah, you know, because I got with the more science temple so I can avoid child support. Broke Hogan. And then you got old Janky Bay. Hey, baby. You got hey, baby over here. Yeah, I be in there in my burner accounts. Word? That's interesting. I sure have a lot of niggas around me that should have been informing me of this, but that's cool. I'm just letting people understand where Beatzilla sit. My line is open. My phone ain't rang. Don't ask me to call nobody. Don't ask me to respond to shit. My number ain't changed. I don't have to ask you about what you doing. And you ain't got to ask me about how I feel about what I see. I just want to be clear. So you could call me. I don't sit up here and be, well, I wasn't sure how. No. No. I'm seeing what you're doing. And everything that I'm seeing has to do with people who like to record phone calls and federal ass shit like that. There's some people that might want to have to straighten some shit out. I don't know. Or maybe not. I don't care. I just know what I see. And I don't have to, and I'm not going to worry about clarifying anything that affects me because of what you're doing. None of you. You work that out. But if you have a relationship with me, there's so many people right now that can act like I have cut them off. I haven't blocked you. I just want you to know how much of a piece of shit you are. Because you're waiting. And you didn't have to. Moving on with our broadcast, ladies and gentlemen, I just had to get that little piece out the way because some people needed to hear that message because I know they were here for it. Now, you guys can go on ahead and tend back to whatever business you were going to do. For you, fuckboy that recorded my phone call, go ahead and take that one back, bitch nigga. Now get your ass on out of here because you just saw, I saw you today too. Peace, bitch.
Tick faster. That'll be the hour they knock the slick blaster. Dick dastardly, a monthly with sick laughter. A gunfight and they come to cut the mix master. And living the true gods. Giving y'all nothing but the lick like two broads. Got more lyrics than the church got ooh lords. And they hold the mic at your attention like two swords. Or you the one with two blades on it. Hey you, don't touch the mic like it's AIDS on it.
Now, back to, Norma X right on time because watch where we're about to go. Norma X said, hey, man, a lot of those Twitter people are just Fed agents. Speaking of such, we have just recently saw, shout out to my brother JoJo, who had sent me a article about this particular individual who wrote a piece on Sandy Darity. And he's saying that he was quoting Sandy Darity, but when pressed by our brother JoJo, he kind of backed off of the statements and the wording, but then would not particularly clarify if what he was saying was Sandy Darity's statement or not. So I did not miss that. But see, here's the point, and I'm glad that we are seeing this in this new Black media grassroots Black First movement, foundational Black American freedmen movement. Because we made the freedmen movement. Who else does that sound like? I'm y'all's mama. And now the nephew out here screaming with a fez on. Ain't that something? Morocco Mo, calm down. We know you next to Secret Squirrel. Anyway, Dr. Darity needs to sue. And I agree. Because the way that man backed down from what he said, make no mistake why they use Sandy Darity. Sandy Darity is him because they can't really fool with Claude Anderson. They can't really mess with Dr. Claude because Boyce could put Dr. Claude up tomorrow and dispel whatever the hell you say. So you know that he has a vehicle. Not only that, Dr. Neely Fuller makes video podcasts every Tuesday. So you are still being able to hear from our scholars. So you can't lie on them. So this person goes to Sandy Darity in singularity to kind of formulate a line about, and notice the timing. Y'all better start giving me my damn credit. Y'all better give me my credit. Thank you, JoJo, because you brought it back to my remembrance. I've already done this, but we're gonna do it again because it needs to be done. And so y'all understand, there was a point when I caught it. I said, uh-oh. As soon as California passed lineage-based reparations, Ketanji Brown Jackson went right in front of the world and starts now arguing for race-based policies. The very thing that was the linchpin in why Black folks couldn't get reparations in my whole life. Growing up as a child hearing this from because I grew up under John Wesley Garlington, who, y'all from Atlanta had the John Garlington Center. That was one of my godfathers. So him and John Parker, and so I had all of these, and Joshua Phillips. These are people who I had around me growing up. Their friends are Dr. John Heinrich Clark. I mean, so yeah, shit. Come on, man. Like I keep telling you, Joy DeGruy is from here. Right here. Good old educational, right? Like I said, white supremacy 101. That's why she could tell you, oh yeah, this is post-traumatic slave disorder. Which, how now, if you are in our own inner circle here in our community, that is the basis structure of it, but we also kind of added to it, and that you won't find that in print. But it's also post-traumatic slave response. Let that sink in. Anyway, Ketanji Brown Jackson went before these folks, and now she's arguing race-based policies. And the reason why not paying attention to race-based policies might be problematic, like I said, has been the consistent linchpin for why we shouldn't get reparations. But let's hear old Ketanji.
Rule that you're advocating, that in the context of a holistic review process, a university can take into account and value all of the other background and personal characteristics of other applicants, but they can't value race. What I'm worried about is that that seems to me to have the potential of causing more of an equal protection problem than it's actually solving. And the reason why I get to that possible conclusion is thinking about two applicants who would like to have their family backgrounds credited in this applications process, and I'm hoping to get your reaction to.
Now, I'm sure some of the simple will say, well, this is about college administration. If it was about college administration, then why is it not happening on the state level? Or university commission level? No, this is a Supreme Court justice. I need y'all to understand, they'll get a relative law that has certain principles that are in certain other things, and then they'll start arguing this. That's what's happening here. So when I was telling y'all when I first caught this, pay attention to this, because they're starting to trying to find a way to backdoor the reparations conversation at the Supreme Court level, using this black face nonetheless. So what you will see is, oh, it's a win. It's a win. Why would it be a win? Why would anything race-based be a win now? Well, we got lineage, has nothing to do with race. Everything to do with generational situation. That's what lineage is. Why the hell would she be shifting to race? Are y'all catching the play? Are y'all catching the play? Ooh, this is over treasonous. Like I say, treason, Eric Dyson? No. We have secured lineage-based policy. What is the need now, after that, for race-based policy? Why isn't our representative in the Supreme Court looking to undergird lineage-based policy? Why not now? Why the shift?
This hypothetical. The first applicant says, I'm from North Carolina. My family has been in this area for generations, since before the Civil War, and I would like you to know that I will be the 5th generation to graduate from the University of North Carolina. I now have that.
Now, make no mistake, the reason why she went with a foundational Black American first is to establish the lineage. I would hate to say that this sister actually hates us, but goddamn, man. Really? You hate us, sister. You can't possibly have no love for us. God damn, man. Come on. Really? Like, the linchpin of us not getting reparations. Well, race-based policy is unconstitutional. That's how we didn't get our money during the pandemic, because Maria Garcia, biatch, you went and got with the Steelworkers Union and all these other white ran unions to fight about how it was unconstitutional that just specifically descendants of slaves in the state of Oregon get a certain special stimulus package to help them get through and not everybody else, while she turned around and settled with the state for $200,000. And years later, we have Andy No at the end of the year. Man, what's up with the myth of hands up, don't shoot? Nah, what's up with the myth of Black Lives Matter, nigga? Patrice Cullors' family just got smoked out there in LA. What's up with George Soros and all them people? I mean, maybe the names they throw out there. I mean, y'all should care. Somebody should care, right? Klaus, somebody. Let's put some money in it. Let's go get some Patrice Cullors some justice for a family member, huh? Because Black Lives Matter. You mean to tell me that all the smoke would go to every other person and every other group. But the founder of Black Lives Matter got a smoked relative that got tased to death on camera, and it's no big to do. Anyway, back to Ketanji Brown Jackson.
Opportunity to do that, and given my family background, it's important to me that I get to attend this university. I want to honor my family's legacy by going to this school. The second applicant says, I'm from North Carolina. My family's been in this area for generations, since before the Civil War, but they were slaves and never had a chance to attend this venerable institution. As an African American, I now have that opportunity, and given my family background, it's important to me to attend this university. I want to honor my family.
You see what she just did. Camilla Moore been out there. Everybody else been out there. You saw Cheryl Grills had to choke and swallow her tongue taking that picture while they had to solidify lineage-based reparations, because she is one of the people who allegedly, suspiciously, or suspected to have taken money to wait, let me just not say it. Wait, I still got this picture in here? Oh, I do. Yeah, shout out Cheryl Grills and the communication squad, because you were communicating very well with these people. But when it came down to the California folks that was supposed to be there, and if you look at wait, family, damn, like I say, just give it time. Look to the right at the top, second face in. Look at the top, and next to my logo, look at the man with that hat on. He damn near has on the same exact outfit as when he was doing the video conference with the African leaders about Joe Biden leaving out African Americans. Oh, wow. But what about us? I mean, what about the slave? But okay, but you were part of this to undercut lineage-based reparations. And then when the Africans showed up and cut you out, you're like, well, but Joe Biden, I mean, what's up with it? I mean, he's just cutting us out. Did you have a deal with Joe Biden? Because no, not that one. This, no, not that one. This is the meeting you are in. To support this, by the way, under the guise and leadership of what you believe will please this, to avoid this. Anyway, let's get back to Ketanji.
Family legacy by going to this school. Now, as I understand your no race conscious admissions rule, these two applicants would have a dramatically different opportunity to tell their family stories
race conscious?
And to have them count. The first applicant would be able to have his family background considered and valued by the institution as a part of its consideration of whether or not to admit him, while the second one wouldn't be able to, because his story is in many ways bound up with his race and with the race of his ancestors. So I want to know.
Ooh, that was slick. Damn. Now, I will say, okay, now we didn't, like I said, this woman is a crafty liar because she got out of defining a woman. Probably why they picked her. Because she was as stupid as it sounds, she still found a way not to answer the question. Again, I reiterate, lineage-based reparations. Look at what she's doing. She is literally telling you race, base it on race. And so even now she's taking what is the argument for lineage-based reparations and literally before and in the courts and legal proceedings, shifting the meaning as a Supreme Court justice. But representation matters. Do you hear the level of treason? It's crafty because we're not talking about a dummy. She's a Supreme Court justice. Of course it would be crafty. You got to listen, study, and absorb what the hell she's talking about. But one thing you always got to know is what the hell she sleeps with. Let that be the simplest marker of understanding. Well, maybe brothers just wasn't really feeling her chocolate melanated goodness and all of her sensual, sexual chocolateness. I mean, oh God. Jesus.
Based on how your rule would likely play out in scenarios like that, why excluding consideration of race in a situation in which the person is not saying that his race is something that has impacted him in a negative way. He just wants to have it honored, just like the other person has their personal background, family story honored.
A person's background is not their race. It's their lineage. So thank you, JoJo, for bringing this up, because I needed to evaluate this video, because I've been telling you this is a problem. And so now you couple that with this interview, supposedly, and when JoJo pressed this person about, is this the exact words of Dr. Darity? Well, this is my way I took it, and so this is the print. If you have a problem with that, okay. So the answer is no. Because his question was very simple. And I watched how the answer and reply came back. Okay. And so I will say this publicly. If Sandy Darity said that it was race-based, which I would not believe after going through the issues of lineage-based reparations, considering how he actually also spoke at the very first ADOS, well, first and last, conference of ADOS with Yvette Carnell and Antonio Moore. Want to make sure they get their credit and due. The very first the very first conference of ADOS featuring the founders of ADOS, the organization, Yvette Carnell, and also featuring MC Antonio Moore, co-founder of ADOS, the organization. And it's funny too. Buckethead. He is also part of that same crew. Well, it's funny, the weird coincidences that just happen out in these worlds, man. I'll tell you what, that's something. Boy. Oh, you was rocking with Yvette too before, huh? Oh, well, I don't think that should ever be a problem, though. Yeah, I guess.
Why is telling him no not an equal protection violation? And so what I'm worried.
TSUSC in the house. What is going on? What is going on? In Flower Noy, I see you. Rose City. Oh, Cynthia Newman, I see you. Okay. Well, hey. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yeah. I can't even fathom that as a formidable argument. Yes. You know, here's the thing. We have people in place and they tell us about how representation matters in Florida. How you be? I am well. I am well. I am well. Thank you so much. But like I was saying, look, things happen. Careers get furthered. And now you have a person getting out here. I mean, out of years of telling, I'm talking about within like the beginning of last year. There were people on in media. You can't get race-based policies. That's not constitutional. Literally, in the beginning of 2022, people are saying that. Funny how things change when that bag come out. Boy, that bag come out, boy, maybe we need to start reevaluating the way we look at things. I mean, I'm just saying. Brother Sage in the house, I see you. Oh man, sorry for your lateness. Oh, hey man, it's all good, my brother. It is all gravy. So with that being said, let's get to the hypocrisy part of tonight. The media and Joe Biden, of course, y'all remember how they were talking about, well, man, Trump got these emails, man, what we gonna do about Trump? I used to tell people all the time, they ain't impeaching Trump. Stop thinking they're gonna do something to that man. Ain't nothing happening. That's just for you. That's political information. Now, here's what's happening with this political thing. The White House, not a campaign, but the in-place White House knew about this information before the midterms and elected to suppress it, which we'll see how serious the Republicans are. If the Republicans were really worth the salt in what they say, they should be suing. But what you're watching play out is two wings of the same bird. Nonetheless, now we have a whole nother document scandal, and the protection is different. What I'm trying to get y'all to understand is we have to own our position, and no one else can set our tone for us. And we have so long given up our position and tone to what the mainstream has set before us as the voice. And so what we are trying to implore to all of you, you are the voice. All we are is a megaphone. And so with that being said, this is the problem, that the powers and the people that be, they understand this. They're understanding. We're not, see, here's the thing. The whole reason why you hear Tariq Nasheed, the cult leader, and hate group leader, and blah, 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 baby, leader. And now you got these weirdos trying to call me some kind of cult leader. Okay. You understand why that's happening? Because they cannot give you enough credit for being smart enough to know what's in your best interest. That's an insult, family. Hell yeah, you know. You know what you suffer every day. You know what you live through every day. You know what your family lives every day. Why would you need us to tell you that you want to get out of that? It makes no sense. So what they're trying to do is pass that off as, well, it's just these few malcontent Negroes that say they talking for the people. But then, okay, well, if that was the case, and if we're not talking for the people, we're not leading the people, we're talking for the people. This is the people leading. Something y'all ain't seen in probably over 1,000 years here. But all we are is just voice piece. We're spokespeople. We're spokespersons. That's it. We are spokespersons for the group. None more, none less. The group doesn't go away if we go away. See how that works? So it's time to start dealing with this group as a group for their interests. This is a group of people, a nation of people, a lineage of people, a family of people that you have had in your possession for over 400 years and have never, ever sought to get them right over anyone else. That is a sin, and it will be a perpetual sin on this place until something is done about it. So with that being said, we speak about what we need. They call that whatever they want to call it. But you can't send anybody out and say anything is hate this, anything is hate that, when all we're asking for is what we're owed. Now you have sent a whole Supreme Court justice out there to undermine lineage-based claims, because lineage has no question in America. Lineage is basically how the generational wealth of America was built and continues. So and stays perpetual building, growing system. That's literally the American way. So if you're saying now let's pivot from the lineage base to go to race, because white supremacy does not have their generational wealth based off of race. It's based off of legacy. Lineage is legacy. You understand what I'm saying? Now, let's hear. I know that's going to get me, so let me put this up here first before they dang me. Put that up there real quick. Okay, so I'm going to play this audio, and we are going to take a quick listen to this.
There are differences in what happened.
Yes, but the optics are not good.
Well, we all know that Trump is a liar and a thief. We know that. So it's not that big a jump to say that he obstructed and he lied. We don't think that Biden is a liar and a thief, so we give him the benefit of the doubt. That's partly what's going on.
Now, see what she just did. Now they're pulling out psychology tricks on everybody. So what she says is, we believe Trump is a liar. Oh, well, or we know Trump's a liar. But we don't believe. So you see how she shifted? So, okay, well, here in one place, you know what you know. But on the second hand, about who I'm about to refer to now, I have to shape what you know. It's a very subtle trick, but a trick of words nonetheless. Let me play that again so you know. Just Education.
We don't think that Biden is a liar and a thief, so we give him the benefit of the doubt. That's so it's not that big a jump to say that he obstructed and he lied. We don't think that Biden is a liar and a thief, so we give him the benefit of the doubt. That's partly what's going on. But what I think also is going on, no matter what the truth of it is, Whoopi, they will spin it, Bubblehead and Marjorie Taylor and that crowd, Matt Gaetz. You think they're not going to spin this, that it's just as bad as Trump? And so the lie gets out there, people believe it, just like that Donaldson person, whatever his name is.
Byron.
What's his name?
Byron
Donalds. I saw him also. He was at the fight on the floor, too, wasn't he?
He was nominated for speaker a number of times.
By two people.
Yeah. He's the new darling.
In one of the 15 rounds.
But I mean, what I'm just saying is that the lying has been so invasive, so ubiquitous, that no one will believe the truth anymore. And that you can put that at the feet of Donald Trump, who started the lying.
So
They not even trying anymore. Are you serious? Man, let me let that run one more
Really,
time.
I think that what you just said is right, that there are differences in what happened.
Yes, but the optics are not good.
Well, we all know that Trump is a liar and a thief. You know? We know that. So it's not that big a jump to say that he obstructed and he lied. We don't think that Biden is a liar and a thief, so we give him the benefit of the doubt. That's partly what's going on. But what I think also is going on, no matter what the truth of it is, Whoopi, they will spin it, Bubblehead and Marjorie Taylor and that crowd, Matt Gaetz. You think they're not going to spin this, that it's just as bad as Trump? And so the lie gets out there, people believe it, just like that Donaldson person, whatever his name is.
Byron.
What's his name?
Byron
Donalds. I saw him also. He was at the fight on the floor, too, wasn't he?
He was nominated for speaker a number of times.
By two people.
He's the new darling.
In one of the 15 rounds.
But I mean, what I'm just saying is that the lying has been so invasive, so ubiquitous, that no one will believe the truth anymore. And that you can put that at the feet of Donald Trump, who started the lying.
So
whose feet do you put taking an unwarranted shot at a random black man at? Whose feet do you put that at? Joy. Oh, the entitlement of Karen is a beast. Ain't it? Good grief, Karen. Let's see. We got something else though. Oh, there it is. Let's get this one in here. Because we got some more from these devils. Y'all ever remember I'm Gonna Get You Sucker? For those who are old enough. I'm gonna get you, sucker. Cry, mother. Shut your mouth. I mean, man, because what they show you, like all that, and then at the end of the day, you see Becky with a fez.
A luckier person than Donald Trump. Just as we're this close to getting him, but somehow these documents appear.
But here's the thing: Biden is wrong to have done this. He was in office for 40 years.
Let's find out what this is first. Now, again, one of the things that gets me crazy is before we know it's, or want to see that. I want to see. Someone explain to me, A, how it's possible that after all this time, nobody knew this? Because to me, if you're missing classified information, I don't mean to laugh, but in my house, if stuff is missing, I know it's missing.
Does it feel like Oppo research to you? Does it feel like the Republicans are behind it?
It's not.
It did originally, but I'm sorry, but not now. Because one of the things he's saying is that some of the locations where the docs may have been shipped in the transition.
Hold on. How do you throw the Republicans in a whole Democrat situation around Joe Biden? Where have Republicans had access to his personal effects? Do you think it was the Republicans? What? Okay. What I want y'all to be aware of and kind of catch on to here, they're trying to make a scenario to where you focus on party, not policy. You see where you see, so they're putting money into the big dogs. Shit.
May have gotten taken and put, but still.
Wow. All right. And with that being said, also I just wanted to hit talking about hypocrisy in the media. Because again, you see that? Well, maybe he did. Well, now, if it was us, by the way, I wish I would have got that video for tonight to play that audio at least. Family, the 6-year-old boy, you know he got to be black. The little 6-year-old boy in Virginia. I saw Tariq do his live. I was like, okay, well, Tariq didn't get a chance to get into that second story. So, because he thought, as I did as well, because when I first heard it, I was like, oh, this kid got to be white, because they trying to hide his identity, and then they put the black woman's picture out there. But then now, I know this baby is black. This little 6-year-old baby, obviously black. Obviously black. Now they're saying that the kid had a gun before. So I guess a kid brought a gun to school before this incident is what they're reporting now. It's like, man, did y'all interview this kid with his parents? Because shit like that almost sounds like the Central Park 5. You didn't have their parents in the room for that interview. But that's what's happening, family, with this little 6-year-old kid in Newport News, Virginia. They over here doing the most. So what they're trying to do, because the charge that would have been on the parent for the first incident would have been a high level misdemeanor. But with this, you are kind of pushing it into it's moving into felony time, but because it's a gun, it also can possibly move into federal situations. So what I'm saying is they are still trying to find ways to prosecute someone about this blonde woman, this blonde blue-eyed woman being shot by her 6-year-old student who is not of the mental capacity to fully comprehend the intents of his action, contrary to police chief Drew, bastard, out there that is trying to tell the world that somehow this little 6-year-old boy is just some psychopathic would-be serial killer child, and all he's gonna do, he's basically trying to portray this kid as all he's gonna do is grow up to be a gangbanger. That I believe is Charles Drew, whatever. Chief Drew is an absolute POS, and he's steadily doubling down on trying to make a 6-year-old black child a criminal. I don't even know if this kid is FBA, because here's the point. It doesn't matter because he's so young. They will use that for their advantage. So he could be a whole damn immigrant. But they'll use that and use the loophole in, well, we can't tell you if he's this or that. And they might be Caribbean, they might be African, they might be this. So if they tell you, then we'll know. But if they don't, no. So what will be the deal? Let us make this an issue. We won't prosecute your baby, and then we won't prosecute the mama and the daddy. But let us run with this narrative and support it. That will also let you know that they are not us. Because anybody to be down with that, I'm just saying. Now, like I said, the other part of the hypocrisy in media reporting. Old grandma. I would have to agree, old grandma. I would have to agree. My wife said the exact same thing. So that must be black woman intuition. That's that black woman intuition. Oh, y'all were doing something there. What y'all do to that, baby? What y'all do to that, baby? A 6-year-old. I'm gonna go and get the gun and come to school and flat blast old Blondie. That is kind of off, to say the least, right? Well, like I said, another thing that's off, reporting. Yay. Demagogue. Kyrie Irving. Excuse me, sorry, family. Kyrie Irving. A link. An Amazon link. All you have to do is just type in it. If you want to see this, or you could go follow this brother and follow the Instagram page and see what the person is about, which I couldn't help noticing. They wanted to talk about Hebrews to Negroes while excluding the author and director and producer of the film. When have you ever heard that happening? A tweet from a basketball player overshadows and outshines the creator of the product to which you're vilifying this individual over, while ignoring that this person exists. Was it about what the link was, or was it about making an example out of Kyrie? Now, I've seen some people talk about, well, this is conspiracy. Maybe, maybe not. I don't invest myself in looking down that rabbit hole too much, because that might be the never-ending story. But with that being said, always understand you have these people who will stay on code no matter what. So you could go to Mexico, celebrate New Year's Eve, be known for talking out and speaking against going upside a female head, and then get caught on camera doing it. And everybody who would be so upset at a Kyrie Irving for what he tweeted, or what a mentally ill manic episode Kanye West is going through is more relevant than a $1 billion affiliate of Disney, ESPN, and all these companies. A $1 billion affiliate of pay-per-view is seen doing a Ray Rice. Well, he should be getting the same smoke. I mean, and because we can't talk about, well, ESPN said we're not going to ruffle these feathers. Whoa, 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 whoa. What did Adidas do? Did Adidas not stop a multi-billion-dollar deal with Yay? So what's the difference, ESPN, with Dana White? You're going to try to keep his thing? No, you don't keep nothing unless you own UFC without him. And it's the irony that Ari Emanuel literally owns UFC. That was the same person telling everybody to break ties with Kanye West and Kyrie. How about that?
He's a big public figure. He's big, charged this big company. Nobody's really talking about it. Are there any repercussions planned from the company or self-imposed repercussions?
Yeah, well, I mean, what should the repercussions be? You tell me. I take 30 days off. How does that hurt me? I mean, I told you guys when we were going through COVID could last 10 years. I could sit it out and...
Don't everybody else just immediately resign? What does that look like? Say what now? I'm just saying. Say what? Yeah, let me just you can get all of the perspective of this egomaniac.
You know what I mean? What would be the problem? The only it's much like COVID actually. Me leaving hurts the company.
Shout out Young Slime Life and everybody who was working for Young Thug, because you are now looking for a new career path. Good luck to all of you. I mean, funny how none of the people working under Dana White have to worry about it, because if he goes, then all of these other people have this. But I mean, I guess if you're black, it's a gang. But if you're white, then it's a good business. I guess we're going to do away with all the country and Western songs Young Thug has wrote as well. I wonder what they're doing about those. I wonder if there is not some kind of litigation going on with Young Thug about the string of hits in country music that he has penned for a bunch of country artists. I'm just curious. Yeah, man. Anyway, let's continue with this white man line.
Hurts my employees, hurts the fighters. Doesn't hurt me. I could have left in 2016. You know what I mean? I don't know. Do I need to reflect? No, I don't need to reflect. The next morning when I woke up, you know what I mean? I've been against this. I've owned this. I'm telling you that I'm wrong. And but listen, I mean, we've had plenty of discussions internally with Ari, ESPN. Nobody's happy. Nobody's happy about this,
And yet, no suspension, no sitting down. No. What he's telling you is they have came to a consensus understanding that he's white, and he says so. So what's important is that he's white, and he says so. And even more importantly, the people that he's with, they're white, and they say so. So at the end of the day, the reason why he's not really punishing himself is because they're white, and they say so. And he knows that. Can't you tell?
Neither am I. But it happened, and I have to deal with it. And what is my punishment? Here's my punishment. I got to walk around for however long I live. Is it 10.4 years or is it another 25 years? And I gotta, this is how I'm labeled now. My other punishment is that, I'm sure a lot of people, whether it be media, fighters, friends.
I'm a felon. So what the hell are you talking about? Well, I gotta walk around. You're sitting on top of $1 billion industry, not a person coming home from prison. That works how? You're no shooter. That's another thing. There's nothing about me that looks like your typical shooter neither.
Acquaintances who had respect for me might not have respect for me now. I mean, there's a lot of things that I'm going to have to deal with for the rest of my life that are way more of a punishment than what? I take a 30-day, 60-day absence? That's not a punishment to me. The punishment is that I did it. And now I have to deal with it. And more importantly, you guys know how I feel about other people's opinions of me. And I've said this before, and I'll say it again. Nobody, I know a lot of you. I don't know what you do when you go home. I don't know what you're into. Nobody knows you better than your kids do, okay? My oldest is almost 22. So for 22 years, he's grown up in a house with me and my wife and the rest of our family. They hear and see everything. They know everything, So whatever perceptions people might have about you, nobody knows better than your kids. And as long as my kids know exactly who I am, they know exactly who their mother is, and that's what's important to us. This is a personal family matter that played out in public, and our biggest focus was our kids. You want to talk about people being disappointed? Who's going to be more disappointed than your kids are?
I just want to put something in perspective for all of you. We are at this point less than 11 months removed from the slap felt around the world. There is more acceptance and understanding for Dana White slapping his wife than Will Smith slapping Chris Rock. So, with that being said, we're going to close out this broadcast with listening to our elder, because I'm going to play you some of his last speeches before we go, because this is going into his weekend. For those of you who are off on Monday, this is Martin Luther King celebration weekend. So enjoy yourselves. I know the local news and channels, they decided to finally mention it today. But, better late than never. And there's also it's Portland Music Month and Oregon Music Month or some stupid shit like that. By the way, Do the Funk All Stars will be at the Dookie Jam, matter of fact, will be next Thursday at Alberta Street. Now, somehow I don't perceive we made that list while they were talking about having all genres. the most recent installment and mainstay in funk music today is right here in Portland, Oregon. And you guys get the treats of our offsprings, of musical offsprings. Some who have to kind of do a little bit of reworking the funk and aren't necessarily foundational Black Americans, but nonetheless, that's what we have set up and what we have established. And if you ever want me, let me know. Because there's a lot of people like, I don't believe people are as talented as they say they are. You can try me any day. We can take it to the stage anytime you want. So, I mean, I know like, oh, he's arrogant. No. I do this. It's not arrogance. It's a fact. You hop on stage with me and I will kick your ass. You will go reevaluate your ambitions in this craft. And I don't say what I say lightly. No, nigga, I will take you to school. I'm super serious about what I do. And no games being played. You understand? So let's get to our elder before we get up out of here. And once again, before we do, we're going to have a little quick break. Interlude, shall we say. And this is, again, the weekly wrap-up right here on the beatzillapdx official show.
Tick faster. That'll be the hour they knock the slick blaster. Dick dastardly, a Muttley with sick laughter. A gunfight and they come to cut the mix master. And living the true gods. Giving y'all nothing but the lick like two broads. Got more lyrics than the church got ooh lords. And they hold the mic at your attention like two swords. Or either one with two blades on it. Hey you, don't touch the mic like it's AIDS on it.
All right, we are back. Okay, there it is. You know, something else that was funny, family. I put up a tweet. Do y'all remember, for those who follow me on my Twitter, I had literally put on my Twitter, because you know they had that yams challenge. And I was like, hey, what y'all think? Should I do? Y'all really didn't give me no feedback, so I didn't bother doing no video of the yams challenge. Cause y'all was like, hey, y'all didn't say shit. So okay, I got some shit. Y'all don't want to hear it. I guess I'll take a pass. Y'all didn't say nothing. I'm like, hey, y'all want? Should I do the yams challenge? And I did have a hater get up there like, man, look at these people for clout. Man, you just over here trying to get laughs and views and clout. I said, wow. I'm not a singer. I thought I was a singer. I tried. I thought I'd try. But I mean, I was going to give a little bit. It was like, no, y'all didn't say nothing, man. I just wanted to know. But y'all said no. Can I get to the yams? Sweet yams, show me the way, 'cause I got bills to pay. Can I get to the yams? Sweet yams, show me the way. 'Cause I got bills to pay. But y'all didn't want to hear that, so we'll move on. Let's hear our great elder over here. Like I said, y'all did. Next time I ask y'all if y'all want to hear it, y'all better let me know. But y'all didn't, so it is what it is. So I got to put this video on here. Let me put this up and then we're going to keep going. You said keep going. Y'all didn't want it.
On the basis of my moral commitment, and I take my ministry very seriously, I would not say that the civil rights movement is dead. It's simply that we are moving to a new phase of the movement. For well now 12 years, we struggled to end legal segregation and all of the humiliation surrounding legal segregation. So it was a struggle for decency. It was a struggle to get rid of extremist behavior toward Negroes. Now we are in a new phase, and that is a phase where we are seeking genuine equality, where we are dealing with hard economic and social issues. And it means that the job is much more difficult. It's much easier to integrate a lunch counter than it is to guarantee an annual income. It's much easier to integrate a bus than it is to get a program that will force the government to put billions of dollars into ending slums. It's a wonderful thing to work and be concerned about integrating public accommodations, or integrating the public schools, which I will continue to work for with vigor and with zeal. But I've also got to be concerned about the survival of a world in which to be integrated. And these issues to me are tied together in that sense.
How did you arrive at this decision, and who influenced your thinking?
I thought about it for several months, and finally I went away to write a book in Jamaica where I had a chance to reflect and meditate and do a great deal of thinking about the war in Vietnam. And I came to the conclusion then that I had no alternative but to take a vigorous stand against the war.
Dr. King, when you speak out against this war, do you speak as a Negro opponent of the war? Is there something especially anti-Negro or racist about the war that impels you to speak out?
I cannot overlook the fact that I am a Negro, and that this war is doing a great deal to destroy the lives of thousands and thousands of my brothers and sisters. We are dying physically in disproportionate numbers in Vietnam, some 22 and 4/10% of the deaths, even though we are only about 11% of the population. The other thing is that we are dying spiritually and psychologically in disproportionate numbers at home, in the ghettos. And I think the war itself accounts for our constant spiritual and psychological death here at home.
I weighed the criticisms that I would get. Yes, sir. I thought about even the fact that some Negroes wouldn't understand, and some respectable Negro leaders who are more concerned about being invited to the White House than invited to the cause of justice would be against me. I weighed all of this. And as I weighed in it, as I prayed over it, something said to me that you got to speak on this issue. If you don't speak on it and others don't speak, I'm not going to give up. I'll have even the rocks to cry out against this war. It's an evil war. And no matter where it leads, no matter what abuses it may bring, I'm going to tell the truth.
Simply put. And remember,
not only that, today many of these people are receiving millions of dollars in federal subsidies not to farm, and they are the very people telling the black man that he ought to lift himself by his own bootstraps. And this is what we are faced with. And this is the reality. Now, when we come to Washington, in this campaign, we are coming to get our check.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is why they actually hated Dr. Martin Luther King. And I want y'all to understand something. That Bayard Rustin dude, excuse me, good grief. He is one of the reasons. Now, I would be safe to say one of the major reasons why Dr. King was removed from us. But with that being said, we understand that we are moving in a different time. We are moving in a time of empowerment. And so to show honor to our fallen icon, Dr. Martin Luther King, this one is for him. Babylon is fallen. Babylon is fallen. Let it fall. And let us rise. Can you dig it? You could follow me on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at beatzillapdx. You can follow me at 60 and Patreon at beatzillapdx official. You can follow me at melanated people at Michael Beatzilla Whitmore. And if you need to email me, rather, that's at ourrealtruth@gmail.com. That is ourrealtruth@gmail.com. And if you feel compelled, if the Spirit leads you to go ahead and put some money in the bucket by way of donation, you can definitely do so at CashApp $BeatZillaPDX. That is CashApp $BeatZillaPDX. And of course, we have PayPal, which is Zilla Muzak. That is ZILLAMUZAK at PayPal. So, yes, hopefully all of you will have a blessed, great weekend. Stay safe, stay protected with that Second Amendment if you that's what you're doing. If not, cool. Keep your pepper spray or your jujitsu handy. And you never know. You may have to do some mental jujitsu or shoot out some mental pepper spray at some people who might need their brain sprayed because, they ain't seeing correctly. So you need to help them with their vision. They need a welfare check. You need to make sure they're okay. Ooh, Babylon burning, ain't it? Damn it. Smoking. Babylon on the way out, though. And let it be known. We've been saying that here for a while now. So when you hear it, know that is something I say. I say it all the time. Been saying it. And as you have heard, what I say? We proclaim it. We own it. And we're literally living it real time. When they don't think it is, we see it is. Many people would love to walk in these shoes. Be grateful that you are here. Because there's some that are envious that they could never be because there is a valley there that divides. Sucks to be them. With that being said, y'all have a blessed, prosperous weekend. Stay safe, stay vigilant, stay alive, and always stay black. Just like my brother Black Alpha Network says, black is always beautiful. Yes, indeed. See Terry, I see you in the house. Queen Nile, welcome, welcome. Cult-like personality, I see you. DL, All right. And yeah, I think I got everybody. Of course, I see Tia to you. So again, shout out to the family. And right now I'm thinking of maybe doing a space. If you don't see us doing a space Monday, it'll be a space Tuesday. And trust me, there is no weirdo that gets enough of my time or my brother's time that we would ever be doing a space on some dude. Especially some dude that had to come to our space and after that's hate. But nonetheless, cult-like personality, thank you for the super chat. Through on the on the late. We finna get up out of here. So came on through before we go home. Shout out to you. Shout out to you. Prophecy. Not going to the mountaintop with us, but we will, FBAs. Quote, get there. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Y'all have a blessed evening, y'all. And y'all stay black, man. And stay away from fakers, because we have a lot of fake ones out here and they love running game. So it is what it is, though, because we keep our 3 smooth stones at the ready, don't we, family? Tanya, I believe that's Tanya Zion. Thank you as well for the super chat. Or no, not super chat, but the Cash App. That was shout out to the replay squad. Shout out to y'all too. So for those of y'all who be shooting the Cash Apps during the replays, appreciate you as well. Peace, blessings, and protection be up on all of you who support this broadcast and for who have positively uplifted this channel. I appreciate all of it. Because sometimes doing things for us ain't the easiest. Y'all already know. You understand? Oh, we got another super chat. Let me get that up here before we get on out of here. Queen Nile, thank you for the $20 super chat. I appreciate you so much. Thank you so much. Peace, power, blessings, and protection be up on you and yours. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. So y'all definitely have a blessed weekend. Have a blessed 3-day weekend. So if y'all are celebrating Martin Luther King birthday Monday, I know typically, I'm still not certain what's going on here, if there's a program or not. If there's a program, I might try to get over there and maybe catch some footage of that. But the last 2 years they've been doing something different. So this might still be in the kind of different format, because this was always an event. However, everything is open here. So I guess I'll check. So again, be on the lookout for that, because I might go live for a little bit Monday if I'm there. So if that's the case, just stay tuned to the channel. That's why you should hit the notification bell, hit the word all. So with that being said, keep your smooth stones, 3 smooth stones at the ready, so you can knock out Satan's brain with the stone of truth. Black first, black first, black first. Shalom, y'all.
When you know who Satan is, yes, sir, you don't have to kill him. No. The stone of truth. Yes. See, that's what you throw. Yes, right. Allah says, had we wished to take a pastime from before, surely we would have done it. Nay, we cast truth at falsehood till we knock out its brains. Every one of you that knows the truth, stand up and tell it. from the mountaintop. Black people can't take it no more. So wherever you are on the job, in the factory, I don't care where you are. If you know the truth, stand up on the truth and tell Satan, who the hell are you to try and pick my friends? Farrakhan is God's man, and you are from the enemy of God. So to hell with you. Stand up on it like a man.
Thank you.